聞こえますか? Okay. I had an update I had to install. It seems I'm still dropping frames, but it's doing slightly better. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a sign that my computer's just like, I don't want to function anymore. I might also have to start cleaning out some of my files. I might have too many. That might be the issue. Hold up. I can actually just delete a file right now. Like, for example, I don't need this. Get off my desktop. I'm dying. Okay, deleted some stuff off my desktop, so that actually kind of helped a little bit. Okay, so everything looks to be doing well, so let me just do my intro again because I have to. Good day, everyone. I'm Shiro Tamaya, your resident Coyote Phantom Thief at your service. We're getting back into Katawa Shoujo because I have to restart this stream again. Oh, yeah, what is it? Bison. Wait. Okay, everything looks alright. Good. Finally, everything's working. But while I wait for that, because I don't know how my latency is, let's start. Ren looks back at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure. At ease under the pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her.
I keep wondering about that myself too. And? We'll think harder about it.
As Misha signs her reply to Shizune, her face turns into an unsatisfied frown. Do you love Jeep stuff, and what's the best Jeep stuff? I don't really know. I can't really answer that, unfortunately. Cause I don't really know if I do, cause I've never Jeep stuff. Yeah, no, I unfortunately cannot answer that because I don't actually know. I'm sorry. As you, okay.
Miss Tezuka, please try to take this more seriously. It'll be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it.
Jeez, that's a big bit of a drop. Rin nods assertively.
We'll think more seriously.
Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune doesn't, not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. Rin frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student council duo.
How rude. It's true though. I must finish my project before the weekend. There will be dire consequences if I don't. The end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap to unforeseen future.
I'm about to ask what project she has and what are these apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art room.
Since you have nothing to do, would you give me a hand? This paint can doesn't lift into my bag. This paint can doesn't fit into my bag, but I need it.
She kicks lightly at a huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table she was sitting on and sleeping on. It lets out a dull clang. Being the gentleman I am, I naturally pick it up. Heavy. Yeah, sure. Where do you need to take it?
Away.
And with that, she takes off to the hallway, me and the paint can following, since there's little choice for either of us. The hallway is quiet and empty now, with Shize and Misha gone. So we too leave towards the stairwell at the other end. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps, I have to change the can from one hand to another because the thin handle cuts into my palm. At least it keeps my arms from tiring too fast. Rin strolls beside me with an uneven pace that I have trouble matching, or maybe I'm walking weird because of the extra weight. It seems one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast, and I can't figure out which. 2 flights of stairs below, trouble appears in the form of the head nurse and his fox-like grin. Oh geez, I can't even remember the voice I gave this guy. Hold on. Heck, oh, this music. Dang, the beats are getting good. Oh, that's jazzy. That's actually really, I like that a lot. Okay.
Mr. Nakai. What a happy coincidence. Desuka too, of course.
Wait, that's not, I didn't mean to do that. He nods courteously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back. Then turns to me, because obviously it's me who he had some business with. There's something I forgot to mention on Monday. I nod and wait impulsively because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either. It's about your medications. Since you haven't been that long on your current medications, there might be some unexpected side effects, which might require adjusting dosages or even changing to another kind of medication. So we will do a few tests regularly, but what I'd want is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Nausea, headache, anything. And come see me if anything happens. Alright. So, how are you? Everything fine? I give up and drop the can to the floor before answering him. Apparently this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic as an answer, but then I realize how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me that too. Teachers and students here, my parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for hospitals, not so much for a school. Except this school. This is a small school, and both the student base and the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. And this is not the kind of school that gets transferred students too often. The thought sends shivers up my spine, but I give a generic answer anyway. That's great. Also, one other thing. My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor even the pool, so I'd like to know if you have taken up exercising like I asked. Of course I haven't, but his way of inquiring His way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off on the track since the very first day. You have people spying on me?
Not as much. Not as such. I just happen to know a few people. But that's not the issue here, so don't try to slip it out of it.
Well, I was actually just doing some... I was actually just doing some improvised weightlifting as an exercise. I pick up and lift the can up and down a few times like some sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it's weighing down my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, then comes back like it was never gone.
Tezuka, would you give us a second?
The nurse grabs me by the shoulder without waiting for Ren's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you are still on your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. It's the same with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about this from now on? Yes, or maybe. I mean, yes. Yeah, I promise. Definitely. He studies me for a moment, then shrugs, smiling again.
Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering consultation if you want to jog a bit.
Consultation?
See you around.
He leaves with a wave of his hand, and no answer, and I walk to Rin, who has been waiting idly against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them.
Are you getting medications for your heart thingy?
Were you listening? It comes out more accusatory than I intended, accidentally lashing out on her. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about it. I just met her. I don't know her. It's not my business. Oh, it's not her business. Oh, hello, Velocity. Welcome. Yeah, I was having some issues with my stream earlier. I don't know why. YouTube and my internet just didn't want to work, and then I had to update my computer, restart it. It was a bit of a pain. But everything's working now currently, so that's good. All right. Thank you. Ganbashiro. Okay. The nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality too. Talking about that kind of thing in public. But it's not Rin's fault, right? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin is just staring past my shoulder quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there is some inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're for my heart.
Will they make you better?
No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she neither says anything further nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all of this. At the hospital, it was easy, but I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building, and Rin leads us onwards towards the dorm. We stop at a small patch of greenery
in the front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground with a wall and a few trees that's everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall is made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. Hold on, let me... There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall. See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from the art classes are helping with the negative spaces and the base surfaces whenever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is better and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent, waving a little with her arm or whatever of it there actually is to demonstrate even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around, and it makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in the past few days. The girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already, and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there's something I need to figure out, and then figure out before it's too late, and all hope is lost.
What? Oh, jeez. Why would all hope be lost? Or why would the hope be lost?
Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time.
She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So, this is your project? You did this?
Yes.
All of it?
Yes.
Nice, but... I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectness. Again, these analogies sometimes are just so weird.
It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad.
I blush really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels that I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward. It's only awkward if you make it. It only feels awkward if you make it, so... Sir.
Don't you want to ask?
How do you paint without hands?
See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet.
I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do?
You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is. But maybe I'm used to it by now.
I can't get my mind around the fact that you could be an artist. But seeing how adept she was with adept she was with... Can't read. But seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject.
The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in a dim light. Do you think it's flat?
Well, paintings tend to be flat.
Not like that flat, flat. Like some people are. No substance, no meat. Or there should be some.
I know a few girls. I can see the joke there. Why? Jeez. Katawa Shoujo makes the weirdest analogies, then starts making sense. Then just sometimes I just don't know what to do with this thing. Okay. Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms, so I don't really have any say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying suit yourself without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there.
I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp, like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't any. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help, though. It's just mixing some paints. You can do that, probably. Do you have motor control problems? Like, there's people who have some. Cerebral palsy, maybe?
Jeez, Rin is so blunt. Not that I know of.
I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that.
She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't.
Let's do it. Let's do it then.
So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work, every now and then asking me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to the exact tone this girl is apparently singing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last millimeter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best.
Add half a splash of green.
I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green.
The other green, this green.
Carefully, I pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl.
No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is green a good color to add?
No idea. You're the artist here. A hint of smile appears in the corners of her mouth.
Do you lack an opinion?
No, it's just that I have no idea.
It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more white.
With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter.
That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream but can't remember.
Did my stream just, Are you kidding me, YouTube? Really? I am... gosh. I am sorry there's so much scuff tonight. I don't know why this thing keeps disconnecting and not wanting to work. Hopefully that didn't cut weird. I can't, is there a way for me to look back? I don't, I hope that didn't cut at a weird place. I didn't get too far ahead, right? Why does this thing just not want me to stream? It's a struggle tonight. Tonight is a struggle. I might just cut this one short. Well, I'm gonna keep going. But I think I might just end at 12 because I don't know what's happening right now. And I mean, I also have some stuff I do need to work on tonight, so I'll be doing that as well. I have some projects I need to focus on. So I hope you don't mind that. I do apologize once again for the stream issues. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to figure that out. But you know, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Anyways, let me okay, let's get back into it. I guess I'll just reread this.
That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream, but you can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow.
Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like this, like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. I spend more moments I have between mixing paints and crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. I feel slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works on the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, a rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. And even those short discussions soon evolve into shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. As if there was some need to conserve words and breathe and sound. Wait, as if there was some need to conserve words and breath and sound. There, that sounds better. We stay late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Ooh, changed. Oh, that's cool. I like how they added those little details, actually. That's awesome. Gotta Shoujo, yes. Alright. Oh. Alarm. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer's clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd order some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way. A bit like me. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. It's Emmy. It's Emmy, you dum-dum. Hisao, come on, remember the names. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine and the nurse is pressing the poor girl to jog like he is pressing me. Pressing? Hisao. Sir, he is looking after you. Oh, jeez. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way It's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. I mean, what did I give them? I gave her like a higher pitched voice, but good morning. Your name is Hisao, right? I think something like that's okay. She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name. You may not remember me. Emmy? I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for the moment before giggling.
Yeah, sorry about that again.
Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine.
Great. Great.
Something more like that, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure she realized that I was joking. So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you?
That's right.
Oh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest.
What are you saying? What, are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy?
No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you're here to do exactly that.
No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looked like he's kinda lost around the track.
So, why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose.
Training.
For what?
Track.
Ah, I see. You're on the track team then. Emmy nods enthusiastically.
Yep. I'm one of the better runners too.
And modest about it too.
Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know?
I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. No, I'm not even sure that I really like running that all. I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know? It's true. I never even really got that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. Oh, Ollie's awake? Ollie-chan! Hold on, gotta simp. As I said. Simp first, stream after. Oh, jeez. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. There we go. And done. Simping has been completed. Alright. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning.
I see. Not into that whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh?
What? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased.
Are you going to warm up?
Why are you saying this kind of shit? Why are you saying this kind of stuff? Why are you saying this kind of crap, man? Just be normal. Just be normal, so. Real men don't warm up.
Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad, Hisao.
She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. Over to chat. I'm up at I I don't know what your time zone is, so Ohayo, sama pagi, sama siang, sama malam, whatever it is. Whatever time zone you are in.
I hate warming up too.
She laughed suddenly.
Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs.
Well, that's a bit dark. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of legs. Giving the passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic.
Let's go.
So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, right? And something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today, and slow to walk pretty quickly. It's cold and dark over where I am, but seeing you is brightening up my day. Aw, I'm glad. I'm glad I could brighten up your day a bit. That means a lot to me. That's truly my main goal with making content and stuff, is just making people smile and making your day just a little bit better. So I'm glad I could do that for you. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice that I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor.
Finished already?
I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me. She seems to do a lot of smiling.
Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time you just have to try to hold out longer, and then longer, and longer, and eventually you'll be great.
I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcerned.
Nah, I got plenty of time.
I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug.
Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hisao.
Yeah, see ya. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or failure, but I'll admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something like that. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my health. I'll have to try to keep this up. That's good. Get more exercise, Hisao. You need it. Oh, hold on. I head back to the dorms and wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. Oh gosh. Do I need to put on a sensor or anything? Hold on. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming and radiating malicious intent. It bursts through the fog. Oh, jeez. Hold on. やべえ、やべえ、やべえ。Sure, I'll do this. やべえ。There's a sensor, but I don't want to show too much. Yeah. What is the censoring job? I can't. What is this? Of all the things I have to censor first, it's freaking Kenji. I have to censor freaking Kenji of all people. My gosh. Yeah. Sup? What are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that stark naked, but I hold my tongue back. I can't. Why does Kenji have to be the first thing I censor in this game? There's a censor, but I'm not taking a chance right now. I'm not taking a chance. I finally realized I'm still naked too, and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad it's like he's perpetually seeing through fog? You know, your room and... yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still had to get up though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work as transparent as he's as transparent as his window pane sized glasses. Kenji Rurikase. Honestly, at this point, it's like Kenji's just speed running. It's like all the other girls, I haven't even gotten like to the start, so Kenji on the other hand is just like, let's speed through and go straight to the spicy stuff. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. I feel awkward too. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked, to say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I tried to brush the feeling off with little success. Money? Sure. Awesome. Wait, what do you need it for? Or, oh, why? Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal, dude. Why can't you? This makes no sense. If it's the pure thought that counts, I should withhold payment, since his thoughts were so clearly impure and his intentions are probably even more sinister, since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man. But if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order pizza, and I already had most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. I get some of that pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah, I would give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy, and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you and the pizza, and they will ask for a slice. It's hard work. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happened before. That's how I know. Kenji. I love this guy so much. Why is this this character? Every day I plan my vengeance so that the people who wronged me order a pizza. So that when the people who wronged me order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony. But yeah, I only need like 400 yen. Please, you're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out. Without carefully planning it out in advance. I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something. Standing? Maybe wondering how I got there. And then, out of nowhere, it happened. What the heck? Like a flash of lightning splitting the sky. Like how you split a sandwich into two. Equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. A bird crapped on my head. Kenji. I'm enjoying this story, Kenji, but can we please not do this in the shower? Can we please not talk about this in the shower? Oh gosh. Okay, also with ice cream, I think I'm gonna play longer than from 12, maybe 12:30 or 12:45 I'll end. Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that, even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me. It was like the openings to some kind of anime show. You know how there's always a part where the main dude's fighting his rival, and they fly at each other and clash swords, and there's like big dramatic colored auras and zoom. It was like that, but with poo. God, Kenji. Why do we have to talk about this like this? Okay. So yeah, I need some money. Please don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen. Hey, you increased the price. I thought it was 400. Yeah, I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. A particularly disturbing fact given that his... given that his baton is conducting freely. Why did you have to include that? Why did you have to include that detail in your narration game? What the heck? Jeez. Oh god. Well, I don't even know what to say anymore. Whatever, let's just keep going. This baton is conducting. That's so bad. Genji, are you okay? Jeez. Hold on. This is getting a little yabe. You're not supposed to be so tight-assed about money between brothers in arms. Between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. You know that male prawn stars only make about half of what females make. What am I Kenji, why? Kenji, why? Kenji, why? Kenji, why? That doesn't mean anything unless you're a that. Sorry. So maybe I am a prawn star. On the other side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. You can't even spot me, your crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? This feminist agenda stuff again. This stuff's important. I can see that you don't give a shit, but I'm serious here. Feminists are a dangerous enemy. Make no mistake, you take them lightly, and you wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam! Out of nowhere. Kenji, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about a lot of things, but I'm concerned about you, sir. What's going on? I don't understand anymore. I've had this censor up for so long now. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stabbing things. I thought you just said don't take them lightly. Well, I don't mean take them lightly for big things. Individually, they're not a threat. But if there was some kind of war, like a big war, with men on one side and the feminist forces on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. And that day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, it's on now, motherfuckers. What are you, Kenji, what the hell are you making me say? What the hell are you making me say, Kenji? You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide that? I mean, it'd have to be massive. You couldn't hide that on Earth. Someone would notice a big fortress with women only in it. Who said it was on Earth? I turn away from Kenji and start practicing frowning faces in the mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotions. He can't see me from this distance anyway, which unfortunately means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard to sense or sensibility. Yeah, there's a war going on. A war not many know about, but it's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all of the known world. Then, we will have to pick sides. We will have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it. The bloody battlefield. A vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up. When I thought this cause was silly, when I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight, when I mistook the time the power went out for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I realized that if I gave up, it would all be over. And I was like, whoa. And I knew I had to get serious, because I am the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty. Must be a pretty crappy movement if it all hinges on one naked guy ranting in a bathroom at another naked guy. So, can I have the money? He's blocking the way out, and it's getting cold because I'm still naked, and I want to go to class, so I agreed to spot him the money. Awesome, thanks, dude. We should go bowling later. Bowling? Yeah, it's the ultimate sport. There are almost no women bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or the pastel green with flower accents? There are bowling clothes? Maybe. Anyway, you better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? I don't have the time to ask him to elaborate on what that means. I don't know. I have to go to class. You're kinda in the way. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to hold you up, and I have stuff to do myself. The time has come. The time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, now the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it. I was just going to. And what does that mean? It's a big bathroom. So, I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure. Okay, what if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. I give him my practice round and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see. Anyway, so I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. Oh my god, finally. It's over, finally. Hold on, let me move Poco. And then lock it and do that. Oh my gosh. What did I just experience? What the heck did I just experience? Yeah, but that was something, all right. Jeez. That is time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. But right now, I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. If you think about it, he wasn't completely naked. He was wearing his glasses. I guess technically true. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts to make me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up When my head hits the surface of my desk, rubbing my forehead, I realize this is as good a reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside the hallway. I hear a tapping noise outside in the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant, as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in of her own accord, though after straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as if it was of importance to look prim when entering. She steps in on her own accord, though after straightening her skirt and shirt collar as if it was important to look prim when entering our classroom.
Excuse me.
She calls in the quiet classroom. With a probing, delicate voice, I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily.
Isao? Good morning. I didn't hear you come in.
I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely. If I were to tell too big a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now.
Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance?
No, she seems to come in only just before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you?
No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here.
I shouldn't have gotten up so early, I guess.
You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and any official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the very last minute, and maybe that is why it is so quiet today.
Misha.
Hi.
Misha pops into the room with Shizune as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch.
Hi, Hee-chan.
Hi.
Look, it's the class representative. Hello.
Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look.
Good morning. Of course you're not the representative of this class, right?
I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know if Shizune might realize that Lily might not actually know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she is talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune to be the one that actually talks. Oh yeah, that would be really confusing. That would be super confusing, especially if you couldn't see. Oh jeez, thinking about that, it makes me confused actually. Because you really wouldn't be able to tell at all. Man. Huh. Damn, how complicated. I decided to have Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune.
You were here even earlier than us.
Misha puffs out her cheek angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though, that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on.
Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget reports for the event. Even the first years, except you.
There is still time to hand it in, isn't there? What's with the pouting face? And the angry pout.
Today! The deadline is today! You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have all the necessary paperwork days ago. I'd have had all the necessary paperwork days ago, but someone had to say the deadline, please extend it.
Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too I think that's a type that looks like a typo, because or maybe I'm just like, no, that was just my computer screen. That's okay. Hold on, dust that off. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect the whole class to work out such a complex issue completely.
Do you want to know what's harder than disturbing the funds for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me.
Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she is really getting into the role. Lily doesn't seem like she's very amused, though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left.
Please, Sasao.
It's alright. Lily seems happy that I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is.
Then, can I have it, please?
She might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked two students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to vote me into the student council. I guess word must have gotten around, so now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better.
It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should just be delegating away. As class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible.
They completed it, being capable of doing so. But the students have been sick recently, so they have not come to school to give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick.
Okay.
Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't. And she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping staring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge.
Lily, don't they live here at school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to shove something off that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class?
Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal, cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. Hold on, I need some water. There we go.
And what's with that attitude? I said it's not something that you should be delegating away. Are you the class representants, or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have your job. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself.
One form isn't the full extent of what I am supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she's doing a good job at not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is.
Of course you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you.
Lily tightens her lips at Misha's word, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of sarcasm, which they were meant to have. Jeez, this is I'm not commenting much because I don't know what to say. This is a littleやべちょっとやべOh my. This music though. It's battle time. I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council work. Student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own.
Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems you're confusing me with yourself.
I don't think so. That would be very difficult. That'd be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you.
You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell.
And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. Ooh. Yeah, cat fights. Oh man. I would not want to get between these two. The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Whatever. I can't say words. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore. Though. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation.
Hee-chan, don't you slack off either.
What are you talking about?
Aren't you taking part of the festival, Hee-chan? You are, aren't you? Then, I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly. I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person.
Jeez. Oh, I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. I'm gonna save. And, hold on. And hey, come on, cut me and Lily some slack. Don't drag me into this. I've done my part. You know what? I'll end it on a cliffhanger. I think I want to. I think I'm gonna stop for tonight. I can feel myself getting. I'm a little sleepy, and I have some work I need to get done too. So, I hope you don't mind. Still can't conquer the freaking prologue. But I'll get there eventually. Thank you. I'm so sorry this stream had so much scuff and like it was a lot shorter than usual. I'm a little tired. But finally I should be getting more sleep more recently. More like soon because summer is approaching. And yeah, meaning school. I no longer have to deal with school. I mean, I really don't have to deal with school anymore now. Last day was technically today for me. Was yeah, technically I guess yesterday, because it's past midnight now. But yeah, I'm finally done with classes. Yay! And this weekend's gonna be exciting. This coyote phantom thief is finally graduating. Not content graduating. You know, school graduating. Graduating. Yeah, that's exciting. I can finally focus then on actually doing content stuff and streaming and whatnot, and yeah, it'll be great. I made it out of the first. You go from small pain to harder to larger pain. But I'll have something next year to stress over in the fall. It's not over yet, but hey, it's a step. So yeah. Anyways, I will be ending the stream now. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed despite the odd scuff and yeah. I mean, there was scuff in the first stream. The stream disconnected on this one too. I hope I didn't end up accidentally skipping over parts. If I did, I apologize. I can't really do much about that. That's on YouTube and possibly my internet. I don't know. I think it was YouTube actually, because my internet seems to be fine. But yeah. Tomorrow, karaoke stream. Gotta get my instrumentals ready for that, but I'm looking forward to singing. Yeah. So, once again, thank you so much for coming to the stream. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too. And I'll see you in the next one. ほっつしろ。